How do we get from straddle in headstand to straddle in forearm stand?
There's a lot going on in forearm stand or pincha, and I think that the reason why a lot of people have problems with it is they lack flexibility in their shoulders.
There's a lot of different ways that you can gain flexibility in your shoulders. This just happens to be one that I do often. You want to be fully warmed up before you do any sort of stretching in your shoulders. You want to be very careful and protect your shoulders. They are prone to injury. Because I'm so hypermobile in my shoulders, sometimes the floor just doesn't cut it. So I will use the edge of a couch, but you can also use yoga blocks to gain a little bit more range of motion. Please be careful when doing this.
So not only do you need flexibility in your shoulders, you also need the strength in your core to be able to hold your body up in that position.
Beyond the flexibility, you also need to have the strength in order to hold yourself up in pincha. One of the best poses to work on that is dolphin. That's because you're able to work on both flexibility and strength. Pulling your head towards your legs is going to work that shoulder flexibility, and then walking your feet towards your elbows is going to also work on that strength. You want to try to have a flat back and pull in that lower back, and then you can work on the strength further by going up on your tiptoes and really getting those shoulders over your elbows. Maybe try lifting up one leg. Another foundational pose is plank. Focus on pulling your stomach in. You can try a lot of different variations, lifting up one leg, going back into down dog, and then into plank, and a lot of other leg lifts that will build the strength that you need for inversions. Try doing the knee to the elbow or the knee to the shoulder. I guarantee you, you're going to feel it the next day. Another foundational pose is low plank, and vary your hand positions. Try hands in a fist, prayer pose, and then hands flat on the mat.
When you first start practicing pincha, you want to make sure you have the strength in your arms before trying to lift up. How do you determine that? I would really focus on dolphin and see how much strength you have just holding that pose. Then you can move to the wall and test your balance using the wall. If you pretend that there's a wall here, I would get relatively close, but again, you want to have some space. Stag legs is the easiest for me to balance. That might be different for you. So when you use the wall, you can test different leg positions to see what is more comfortable for you. So for me, I started with stag leg. And so with this foot, I would be able to hold onto the wall for balance and kind of test my balance and test my strength. Certainly the most difficult is going to be straight up. But of course, even more difficult is going to be when your legs are out in straddle. Another way to work on your core strength with the goal of getting into forearm stand or pincha is, of course, headstand. You should have a really solid headstand practice. You never want to kick up into headstand. You always want to float up. Either you're going to pike up or you're going to lift a leg and then just float up. You're not kicking up. And then if you're working towards holding straddle in forearm stand, then holding straddle in headstand is working a lot of those same muscles. And then even harder is holding in pike with your legs together. Some of the foundational poses that I repeatedly do every single day that have made me successful in pincha are poses like dolphin, plank, downward dog, and a lot of the shoulder stretches. Some yoga teachers advise you to put a strap around your arms. I'm not a huge fan of that because I believe if you don't have the strength to keep your arms together while inverted, you really shouldn't be inverted. That is a risk for injury. So work the foundation, build the muscle, build the flexibility, and then go for that pose. I really encourage you to take videos of yourself. It's amazing to see the progress and to compare from even just a week ago. but it's also great because if you don't have a mirror, you have no idea what your body is doing. So if you have a video, you can see like, oh, my shoulders aren't over my elbows, or my back is really not straight here. So I encourage you to take videos. I think people love videos, so post them online. I love seeing yoga videos. I love seeing the progress. I love seeing beginner videos, advanced videos, intermediate videos. Don't be shy about it. Take videos of yourself. It's awesome. You're doing yoga. Let me know how it goes. Send me videos. If you have any questions, let me know. Good luck, and please, please be safe with your body and don't do things that hurt.
I've been doing pincha every single day for about 8 years, and this was literally one of my top goals, to be able to jump into straddle. So you got this, guys. Your goals are valid.